fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today, as you can see, to kit up my next project. And that is my Patriotic Camper by Susan Wingate. This is my next project for our DP for Veterans Diamond Paint Along this month. So I am going to be kitting it up, as you can see, in my Forever Young containers. So I've kind of got everything separated by quantity of drills, and I have several that I have 2 bags of, and I have one AB that I have 3 bags of. I have 43 colors, and I separated out all of the extra containers. So I should just have enough gathered right here to put a color in each one. We'll see how it goes. I know for the ones that I have 2 bags of, I'm likely going to want 2 containers, but I thought I would go ahead and fill up the ones that there are not very many of first. So for instance, these little ones here that there are not very many of at all, I will just stick in here, and then I can slot it into the plastic container that holds all of these. I hope that made sense. I'll be showing you what it looks like at the end, so if it didn't make sense. Now I do already have 2 of these that do not close properly, so I've pulled those out. Those will be reserved for extras in case I do need any extras, but I'm hoping I won't. So I'm quickly and quietly trying to get these done while the dogs are sleeping. Hubby is out running errands, so like I said, trying to get some of this done while everybody's being quiet. And hopefully, since I'm kitting it up directly into the trays, it won't take me nearly as long, since it's basically just dump. I mean, I still have to label them, I guess, but I don't need a funnel or anything. And these haven't been super staticky, so let's see how that goes. And they're not going in any kind of particular order necessarily, just the order that Diamond Art Club put them in based on quantity of drills. And I didn't go through and look yet to see if I had any ABs. I have less square ABs, and not just ABs, but if I have like crystals or if I have fairy dust or anything like that that I can put in. At least these stickers aren't miscut, so I can just be putting them in here and doing it this way. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind. It's been super windy the last couple of days. Yesterday it was very unseasonably warm. Today it is very, very cold. It was actually raining earlier in the week, which if it had been cold enough to snow while it was raining, we would have had a ton of snow. I don't know why this seems like it goes so much faster. I'm really not doing anything that horribly different than in a regular kit up where I'm not kitting up directly into trays, but it feels like it's going faster. All right, so I'm going to do these, and then after this, I think I will move on to, ooh, that one is way too crooked for me. Well, it's stuck, so it's going to stay there now. Move on to the ones that are, why am I putting them on so crooked? The ones that are not the double bagged ones, and then I will see how far I get. Because these are quite full. Maybe I should do the double bagged ones first. Now I don't know. Because if I do the double bagged ones first, and then I can put the extras in the extra containers, then I would know how many extra containers I had left for the ones that are quite full. Yeah, I can't decide what I want to do. I'll just wait till I get to that point and then decide. A couple of these have had static so far. I might go back in after I get these all kitted up and just arrange them by color. Although I suppose it doesn't matter. I diamond paint by symbol, so once I learn where the symbols are. See, I feel like that's maybe going to be too much. Maybe not. For the ABs, it's probably okay. But for some of the other colors, maybe I don't want that. Let me do this other AB. Let me just do these and we'll see how it comes out. I wasn't a huge fan of the way these worked when I was doing them with a round kit. So now I want to try them with a square kit and see if that makes a difference. Don't know if it will or not, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and do these with the big bags And then we'll see if I feel like that's too much. I'm just going to set them aside here. This bag seems pretty full. So it's not that they won't fit in the trays, but it's just, am I going to have enough room when I want to diamond paint from these trays? I don't know. I'm just going to get them all in one tray, and then we'll see how many trays I have left. Whoops. And what I want to do at that point. Okay, I feel like these are kind of medium ones. Maybe I should have done that section first. These are not quite as full as the ones I just did. So maybe just putting these in one container will be fine. I'm putting these on stickers on here, all kinds of crooked, but once I put them down, I don't want to pull them back up again, because sometimes if you do that, then they won't stay. So these here that don't have a ton of drills, I feel like these are going to be more manageable. Oh yeah, okay. So I can go ahead and put those in there, because there aren't quite as many as there are in the ones I just did. I am going to have to de-static some of these. It's a little harder to use my Q-tip method with my static spray with these trays. If I had realized, I probably should have got some over here so I could do them while they were still in the bag, but that's okay. Sometimes just getting the trays out helps. Putting them in trays, and then they'll likely sit for a little bit while I am working on other projects, or at least one other project. This one is my last bag of only one bag. Everything else is I have at least 2 bags, and of my 12 slots, I only have 5 of them filled so far. It'll be 6 or 7 after I'm done with everything, but that's okay. It's all going to get filled up one way or the other. These last 2 are kind of full as well. So I may set these off to the side with these until I figure out how many containers I need. Okay, so let me see what I want to do here. I'm going to label each container with one sticker. And then I think what I'm going to do is put in a second one. I'm just going to fill this one up enough that I've got some drills in there. And then the rest of it, if I don't spill it everywhere, can go in here. And then I will just keep these 2 together like that, so that I know what goes where, and I still have room to work from the trays. I could just leave them all in the bags, but you guys know I don't like to do that. Plus, this way, I leave myself enough room in this one to work from it. Okay, we'll see how many I have left, because I think I'm gonna already be getting into my extra containers after this one, but I don't have a ton of colors left. And these all can stay in one. If I have extras, I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes. Okay, get a bunch of these in here. And then the rest of these can go in the one that's labeled. Put a few more in there. And then the rest can go in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the one that I have 3 bags of in just 2 containers. I have to see how that goes. I'm just going to put all of this one in here. Got ones jumping out everywhere. And the rest can go there. Put some in here. The rest in here. And this bag in here. Okay, I might have enough containers left to put extras of some of these. Maybe. I've still got extras, so we'll see how that goes. Even after using a bunch of them up for these. All right. I think I've got the holder tray about over half full. It does feel like it is going faster. Okay, this is the last one with 2 bags. Put some in here, the rest in there. And then I have left my AB that I have 3 bags of. So we'll see if I can get all 3 of these into just 2 containers. And then that leaves me about 5 or 6 containers. All the stickers are gone. About 5 or 6 containers to put some of these in. Just going to start putting one whole bag in here. Shake it down. Put a bag in there. That seems like enough to work from. Shake it down. And the last bag. Can I get it all in there? Yes, I can. Okay, that one doesn't seem like it wants to close very securely, so we'll cross our fingers. So that all went in there. And then I have all of these left. So I think I will split some of these up as well. That one I don't think I need to. This AB I do think I need to split it up, just so I can work from one of these. 310, same thing. Gonna split it up. This one doesn't have quite as many, so maybe I didn't need to, but just to make it a bit easier, especially since you have to pick out a lot of times from the black if it's not very great. This green here, because after all, I have 60 trays, so why not use all of them, right? And I was going to throw my extra stickers away, but I think I'm going to hang on to them long enough that I will use them to label these secondary containers so that I know what's what. This one, and I'm still actually going to have 2 containers left over because it's the ones I told you that don't close very well or at all. They don't snap closed anymore. Let me put in the ones that don't work and then let me show you the whole thing. So here is my Forever Young containers. So I've got all of the ones up here at the top that didn't have very many drills, and then I've kind of snuck in the ones that had multiple ones. So I'll use my extra stickers to label these that don't have any stickers. I was going to go in and rearrange them by color, but I actually don't think that I need to now. Just once I label all of these with the colors that they are so I don't get confused. I don't need the symbols on them or anything. I just need to put the DMCs on there so I know which symbol they go with, because all these containers are going to get used for is me to pour the extras into the one I'm actually diamond painting from. And then here you can see I've got the 2 that don't really close, and I put them in here upside down so you can see they don't really snap. They're supposed to be like a little lip on this thing that catches it, and it's not snapping the way I want it to. See right there, it just opened. It's this piece of the tray is kind of curved in so it doesn't stick out enough to catch the clasp the way it's supposed to, and I've ended up with some spilled drills. So I know when I used to paint my plastic minis that you can heat it up and kind of trying to reform the plastic. I don't know if it's worth the hassle for that. If I'm just going to end up using it as an extra one like I do here, maybe I can just tape it shut, but it is kind of frustrating that it already doesn't clasp the way it should. The rest of them so far have been fine. We'll see if I end up, if just use makes them not as firm as they were. We'll see. Okay, so that's everything. I have it all kitted up for my next DP for Veterans project for our diamond paint along this month. I have the poppies still to go, and I want to finish my autumn sun kit before I jump into this one, but I may work on these side by side so I can at least start this one, because if I don't start it pretty soon I probably won't be able to finish it. I'm not sure how all of the confetti and everything is going to work. I think there's going to be a lot of confetti in the sky up here, but then I think there's going to be quite a bit of multi-placing in the rest, so I'll just have to see how it goes. For those of you who have done this one before, leave me a comment. Is it a nice mix of confetti and multi-placing? Did you get tired of it? Also, I'm really hoping that the 3 bags of white ABs that are kind of the stars and the stripes on the trailer and things like that aren't going to be hugely annoying like they were with my little baker kit. So fingers crossed that goes well. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.